Alright, welcome to another class. Last time in class, we talked about lipids. If you can remember, we drew some of the structures. If you can remember this table, we talked about the saturated and the unsaturated lipids, and we talked about their differences. So today we want to focus on proteins. Remember I told you about polymers and monomers, and I've already told you that the monomers for proteins are amino acids. And so we can therefore define proteins as polymers made up of amino acids, right? So all proteins are polymers of amino acids. And why proteins are important, you have to note it down, is that all the major structural and functional aspects of the body are carried out by protein molecules. Every biochemical reaction, for example, requires one or more enzymes to function, and so enzymes themselves are proteins. So another thing you need to take note of is that although there are about 500 amino acids that occur in nature, only 20 of them are seen in the human body, and we call them essential amino acids. So this table here is showing you the different amino acids, their abbreviations, and their names. So what you can do for me is that I want you to pay attention, and please, you can write all these important things or amino acids down in your notes, because I'm going to be asking you in the course of your exams. So we have 20 essential amino acids that can be seen in the human body. And so this is the general structure of an amino acid. You can see the COO, that is the functional group, the acidic part of it, and then we have the H3N, and then we have the hydrogen part and the alkyl part of it. So we can say that protein has an acidic side. And so I told you, the monomer is the amino acids, and then the polymer is the protein subunit. Then its supramolecular structure can be the enzyme complex. So that's basically the major thing you need to know about proteins, at least for now. Okay, so the last polymer we're going to talk about is nucleic acids. Remember that I told you about the biomolecules, which are your carbohydrates, lipids, proteins. Now we are talking about nucleic acids. These are your biomolecules. So when I ask you to list those biomolecules, if you check your notes, you are going to see them. I've told you about those biomolecules. Now, nucleic acids, normally we have two types of nucleic acids. We have the RNA and the DNA. They are polymers, and their monomers are nucleotides. And so this is what a nucleotide looks like. A nucleotide has a nitrogenous base, a sugar, and a phosphate group. So in your exam, if I'm asking you the three parts of a nucleotide, this is what you are going to tell me. Okay? So this is how they are arranged normally. So all you have to know now about nucleic acids is that there are two types, the DNA and the RNA, and that they are polymers. They are monomeric units, or their monomers are nucleotides. And so you need to also tell me the different types of nucleotides. Now, why are nucleic acids important? Because they contain genetic information. For example, genes are functional parts of the DNA, and they can help to synthesize proteins eventually through the genetic code. So you see that there's a connection between nucleic acids and proteins. Without nucleic acids, proteins or functional proteins cannot be formed. And if these functional proteins are not formed, then the biochemical reactions in the body of the plants or animal or living thing would not be made possible. So these are the things you need to bear in mind. Okay.